Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
The usual build, but I do love it.
They'll pick up a Sanking instead for Infinity, and we'll see what lanes they go for. It's going to be mid-Mars, you were right, but Sank is going to be the off.
This is a Primal Spring and forces him to TP towards tier 1, but the Ice Path leveled on Prada should be first blood. They pop the meta, they pop the Monkey King. He's actually just going to run underneath the tower to make sure that he doesn't...
Maybe surpass those players, but he would need a little bit more time, and he's back to carry. I think he's pretty happy about that, not gonna lie. Oh, Dktruman.
Prada getting jump, but Rises pops the meta, and Matthew's just going to be chased very slowly but surely. Should die. Ice Path does connect, and another kill. This time it is going to be picked up by Rises, taking down Matthew. Lane is currently Rises solo versus Sacred, which honestly, yeah, of course, level 6 it's kind of scary, but until that point, he's pretty A-okay on the TB.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how the mid lane becomes this sort of tri-lane once the 6-minute... Okay, the Sinking dies bottom. Like, once the real rune starts spawning, like, you always see the two supports.
I mean, both off-laners and both mid-laners are rushing Blink Dagger as the first item, so we're going to have a lot of early team fights coming in, while, of course, the TA and TB are trying to farm the side lanes, but Pakaz gets himself his third kill of the...
One thing that kind of worries me... Oh, as I said, that mid,
the kisses come in. And yeah, it's a little bit too much magic damage with the Sacred rotation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was not a big fan of him getting face boots. If you click...
Mark, they want to.
Has ulti, though.
And comes the smoke break, Panda. Perfect positioning, making sure that Smoke Gang does not come through, and they even turn their attention to Pamplona in return.
Yeah, I don't like the pathing they took there. And now they might get Prada, unless Mariano has something to say.
Gets a 2-man stun. Matthew dropping a little bit low. PP comes in with the arena. Nice avalanche to interrupt them completely, taking a lot of damage in the process. They lose Prada. They need to disengage. Mariano is going to be the next one up. Bill Pakaz still hits all the shots. Triple kill coming in for the TA. 6-0 for Pakaz.
He actually goes top.
Yeah, top lane Sacred caught inside the arena, and well, he gets all 3 spells off and he smacks him out of existence. Sacred gets knocked down. Pretty decent catch coming.
Interesting.
Bottom lane. Pakaz versus Rises. They encounter each other for half a second, but there's the chase coming in onto Prada. Epi from Mariano though, going for Dark Mago. A lot of damage coming through. Can they kill off the Tiny? This is a great move. This disruption was perfect to keep Panamu from using his shield. Nonetheless, they will find 2 in return. Rises with the metamorphosis. Matthew off a couple of times. It drops quickly, and TB is here that can flash farm effectively. PP being chased. Sacred jumping in, gets the shotgun blast and lockdown. They do manage to kill off PP, who is not having the best of games so far. Look at Matthew just jumping around, making everyone terrified on the side of Infinity. This Monkey King is, honestly, I would not be surprised if they first phase ban it next game.
Yeah, this should be illegal, honestly. To really invade Thunder Awaken's jungle and put some good wards. Oh, okay, Tiny.
Dark Mago, but Pandamu is nearby. Dark Mago should get the shield
nice
soon
arena,
enough.
actually.
Toss away. But yeah, Pandamu is here. Can he keep him alive? Dark Mago is dropping low. 3 Shadow Poison stacks, and he might just get smacked. He's at the very edge. Oh, if he popped the Shadow Poison slightly earlier, that would have actually been a kill. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. Mariano dies to Pakaz. They're looking for more. Rises trying to run away. They did cut the tree. Matthew Wukong's command comes down, but there's only illusions in the area. And a big fat smack from Pakaz, who is now 11-0 and 2, of course. But yeah, there's a chase coming in from Matthew, hunting for blood. TP coming in from Pakaz, saying hi. Who wants to die first? Pamplona, that's 1 hit, that's 2, that is 3. Disruption keeps him alive for a little bit longer, but the kisses come in from downtown. Mariano on the side tries to go to TP into the trees, but guess who's always hunting you in those exact trees? Indeed, Matthew is on your tail.
Honestly, if I'm Infinity, I don't even need.
I've got my teammates behind me in case everything goes wrong. I've got a BKB available. I've got Prada looking to toss back, but wait, that's a
This is
shard
fine.
done on the
They're
TA.
dying.
That is pretty big. Pamplona gets obliterated. Prada does get the ice path down. Wukong's command comes down in the trees. Rises, gets silenced. Manta style gets the Sunder off onto Panamu, turns on the meta. But can he stay alive? Nice epi burrow coming in from Mariano, but do they have the damage to kill off Rise? He's trying to run back, staying inside the arena, dodging the damage from Pakas because of it. And Rises gets himself back to the high ground. Mortimer Skisses just barely dodges. Rises walks back into the fire, and he dies to the toss coming through from Dark Mago.
Oh no.
That's a very sad way to eventually lose your TB, but still a 4 in the enemy's triangle and on the enemy's jungle.
Hello.
They will find Matthew, but he jumps to the high ground, skewered back. PP will be able to at least get the kill nonetheless because spots out free food. Toss up coming through as well. Mariano needs to get back. Great ice bath coming through the arena as well. It's just meant to keep them at bay. But it will be Prada still being hunted down and most likely dying. He does have a 4-staff still on the Jakiro, but you know, using it is overrated.
Minimum duration on that TA. You do have vision here, so I don't think they want to jump to CA though. That is definitely a hard hero to kill and has ages.
Yeah, Sacred will be the target instead. And Pakas gets... Did he just actually get the Aphotic Shield in the middle of being speared?
Yes.
Like, he just moved like 3 centimeters to the right and it was like, oh, that's the end of the spear. The spear vanished.
Enemy big jungle, so they can fight around the vision. But they're struggling to stay in the vision, right? They didn't fight around the ward they have there. They were kind of separated. Now the Sand King dies.
Matthew spots
Hey, they're having
Prada.
a tough time grouping up.
Yeah. Bottom lane, Prada gets chased down by Matthew, but Ice Path TP gets cancelled, and that should be the death of the Jakiro. They find another couple of kills and another Monkey King hunting in the trees. Like, he's got that cast range on the monkey. He's got the 2 talents. It's getting rough. Dark Mago, though, gets spotted. Burrow comes in. Do they have the lockdown? They do throw everything on top of him. Does have time for the BKB. Might need to stagger those stuns a little bit more. And they're just going to run away.
Yeah, they didn't really properly change stun him. They kind of panicked, which is... not gonna blame them. It does happen.
Toss back. Shotgun. PP dead.
No arena epi once they respawn, so... do...
Dark Mago doesn't care. He just jumps in, takes on Pamplona. Doesn't really need his TA for those engagements. His BKB is almost up. Rises there. No matter what can the TB do at this point. He's just there for decoration. Dark Mago jumping in again, blowing up Prada, the rest of the team. Dark Mago pops the BKB, looking for PP. PP is in a bit of trouble. Does get himself out of the arena, but walks right towards Sacred, where he lies in wait. Shatters him into a million pieces. They will go in for the TA, who is dropping a decent amount of HP, but, you know, can wait for refraction charges, can wait for the damage, has the save behind him. Sunder comes out, Rises, turns his attention back to Pakas, but Pakas, he's just clapping his hands while walking to the distance. Invis he goes. Like, the TA is immortal. Does get disarmed. Megas gets secured, Rises gets locked down, the Kisses of Death come up on top, and that should be the G to the G.
Yeah, really nicely played by Thunder Awaken. You know, they got their timings, and then they just act, and it felt like Infinity was on.
That's a dangerous one. I go for Darkseer. I mean, with Tusk, that should be a good enough lane, right?
Spring cleaning, and it was working for a long time, like more than 1 or 2 days, and then they made a post. I am not entirely sure if they fixed it. Doesn't feel like Dark Mago did it, so if it was working, I would assume he would do it, and yeah, they will get Matthew.
Because taking a lot of damage bottom lane, Matthew dies top because turns it around onto Pamplona.
Good start for Rises, but his last hitting is struggling, dude. I don't usually see Kainis doing that bad, right? Oh, and they actually get the Darkseer too.
That the kill happens. Though there's actually another bug that is pretty cool. PP is gonna get jumped X mark. And we'll actually Firefly over Dark Mago in return. Boundless Strike comes out, and Prada couldn't save it.
You're going to be able to utilize Flaming Last so much better than other heroes. You do more damage because of the Iron Shell.
Oh no.
I think Rise is dead.
Yeah, Rise is just for no apparent reason, threw Sacred underneath one creep near the tower, then threw his avalanche on
A
top.
couple of cloudy moments in the first game, but not by much in Mariano. Poor boy, I think he's dead.
Drops the wall, gonna get jumped before he can even get the vacuum. PP running in. He's looking for Matthew, lasso him out of the Wukongs. The Monkey King, like they're spending so much time and effort to kill off a Monkey Big King position 4. Looking for Pandamu immediately afterwards. There's still the wall nearby, but Dark Mago still alive. There is Sacred coming in with the Mortimer's Kisses. The damage is insane. They do find the Dark Mago kill. They're actually finding a lot here. Rises rotates towards bottom. Dusa is actually almost double his net worth. And that is going to happen right now because he is getting jumped. The Kisses of Death. The Deuce is even here. Shotgun Blast misses. Rises trying to run away. Pamplona. He threw Ice Shards. That was all the support he wanted to give. And well, Panda is on the hunch, slowing him down as well. X Mark, does he have a snowball up the high ground? Yes, he does, because Prada gives the vision. But nonetheless, Panda knows exactly where he's headed. Another one. Big fat whip comes in. Picasso picks up the creeps that were stacked here. Ooh, nice ancient stack on the side as well. Let's take that one for good measure. While somehow PP dies top lane to, again, Sacred and Matthew. Dynamic duo.
Game winning or game losing. Let's see what happens.
Going in, top lane, Sacred and Matthew. Those would be pretty nice kills to secure. They find the first and most likely the second. Dark Mago is here though, does get the torrent, does not connect. We'll look for PP in the process. Ghost Ship comes through, but a great disruption save to dodge the damage. And PP will just run in the opposite. Does need to be very careful because now Dark Mago is going to be caught out. Does have a beacon available, but gets lassoed to death. And they're finding a couple of very good kills, of course, doing all of this because it's just AFK farming. But his team is getting absolutely evaporated. That's going to be 4 kills picked up by Infinity. Huh. Oh. Or will it? Oh, PP, that was too greedy. That was too greedy. Oh, no.
Nice Manta dodge there on the cast animation of Prada, by the way. Yeah, man. Thunder Predator. These guys are good. Infinity definitely getting a little bit too ahead of themselves. They had they could just run away from the Dusa. There was no way either PP or the supports would die. Oh, only Matthew, and he's a god. So
yeah, he's already gone. Ghost Ship comes out flying. Dark Mago pops the BKB. He's got the nice rum buff coming through. Looking for a catch here. The wall gets placed onto Picasso. At least he gets a Dusa illusion, but what does it really do? Pamplona's trying to run away. The Dusa does get kept at bay for now, but Rises. Does he get the kill onto Sacred? Sacred at the very least does die, but Rises is just going to get right-clicked further forward. Does he get the TP away? What? Did he just cancel?
Got
his...
X'd.
Oh, he got X'd. Okay.
Yeah, he got X'd. And
gets the X mark, pops the BKB, still looking for a target. Snowball on the side, Lasso comes in, takes Sacred for a spin, knows that he doesn't have a buyback. They're fighting on 2 different angles. The wall gets placed by Mariano, drags him back. In the meantime, Pamplona is just in the corner, slowly but surely dying. But Mariano does find the kill onto Panamu, and actually the Deuce illusion is doing the work. Matthew is in trouble. Matthew is now going to get right-click down. They find the 3-for-1 trade. Picasso, they just kite him out. They're looking for everyone else. They're going in for Dark Mago. He pops the BKB. Rises still literally does nothing. So, during the BKB, he should be able to get the TP away. Means Picasso is
a snowball, and he actually
Rises? He jumps in onto Matthew, but okay, the disruption save comes out. Dusa pops the ulti, and they're just gonna try and run away. Actually, PP is trying to catch up Matthew on the side. Does find him out. PP is just gonna burn him to a crisp. Keeps that flaming lasso available, but Mariano will be caught out. So 1-for-1 Dark Mago walking up the high ground.
Rada is out of position. He's not good.
Yeah, this is a rough spot to be in because they're just going to go in. But he has the blink on the Shadow Demon. Just got that one as well. And, Cliff Teasy. Dark Mago up the high ground. Refresher gets used by Mariano. Throws out the vacuum. Tries to run away. There's going to be the snowball coming in. Panamu gets blown up. Look at the Dusa illusions doing damage around them. But in return, Ghost Ship does soak up all the damage necessary. Disruption coming out from Prada.
They're coming.
Continue forward as much as you can.
The man is draining.
This is a weird spot to be in. PP still has the lasso as well. Dark Mago is very low in HP. Needs to be careful.
Disruptioning, that's what they need. If they can get this refresher done before Roche dies, that's the best possible fight.
Matthew on the side though, going in onto Prada. Snowball save comes out. Wukong's command is down. And the snowball save is in a tough spot, and they find themselves the 2 supports. That is pretty big. Mariano does get the refresher, gets a wall, gets another wall on top. Look at all the illusions. Banamu gets absolutely evaporated. Rises just doesn't have the control just yet, but Dark Mago, the illusions. They're almost killing off the Kunkka, going in for Sacred. Go, illusions, go, go, go. Look for the kill. Sacred running away. What is that damage coming through? It is absolutely beautiful. Rises does buy back. Pegasus is out of mana completely. Sacred dropping low will die. Lasso drag comes out. Pegasus is in trouble. Pegasus is dead. Does have a buyback available. What is this game?
The blink. They can blink BKB. They could see the Aegis.
Oh, jumping in. Ryzen. Do they get the gas? The Aegis get stolen. Oh my god, how do they manage to get it done? There's a continuation of the fight. That's a dead Dark Mago for 80 seconds. They're trying to slow him down. Pamplona will eventually lose his life. PP does still have that Aegis, of course. Rises is in the pit, jumping out, going for the supports. Knows they don't have buyback. Sacred's now in trouble. They kite the Dusa completely. Sacred, he's gonna be the next one down. The Dusa, what can you do? Oh, you're all alone. Your teammates are all dead. They still have the Aegis available, and they're just kiting them. Matthew is being held at bay. PP is just right-clicking Matthew so he can't jump away. Vacuum out of the Wukongs, and it's all on because he's...
First is low, but still able to do it.
Dark Mago gets caught, and he is very dead. Wow.
Damage.
That was...
And he's a carry now. Roche, once it spawns, less.
Lasso, but the Lotus perfectly done. Oh, that's a big play coming out. The wall gets thrown up on top, but the BKB gets used. In the meantime, Matthew is dropping pretty low. The Monkey King almost out. Prada is down. That's a very big kill to secure. He will buy back immediately. Mariano trying to disengage, but the slow coming out from the Dusa. She's a pretty fast one. And Mariano is a pretty dead one, which is a huge kill coming through. 30 seconds until Roche respawns. This is problematic for Infinity. They don't have a buyback available on the Darkseer. In comes the lasso onto Dark Mago. Kunkka doesn't actually have a buyback. He's going for both kills. He finds them both. PP coming in with Prada. The damage is insane. And Dusa, your teammates are dying all over the place. Double buyback on the side of Thunder Awaken. Teammates can't lock them in place. And now Picasa, hello, lasso drag, come for a spin. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Dark Mago's running towards his Dusa to try and keep him alive. Throws the ghost ship in. They will find the kill onto Pamplona. Again, in comes the disruption onto the Dusa. Throw everything you have. They're trying to occupy him, knock him out of the wall, but there is again more Dusa illusions going in, pushing the rest of the team back. While Dusa keeps getting disrupted on the side. Picassa's out of mana currently, and Picassa's out of mana, needs help a little bit. He's just dying to his illusions. Avalanche Stars rises, jumps in, gets the kill. That is a very dead Dusa. Dark Mago dies again to PP, who is actually playing like an absolute...
I don't even know how that happens, man.
I also have absolutely no clue, because, of course, it did buy back to join the fray again. But
by the way, I think they used the refresher shard on PP because I don't see it on anyone.
Oh, that's a little bit sad. But there's the wall. That's a very nice juicy wall coming out. A bunch of Dusa illusions in the fun. Matthew is already dead. Pamplona Tusk will try and get himself out of there. Lasso on the side, going for Sacred. And it is the chase onto the Snapfire, but...
He's blocked! He's blocked!
Pagas is blocked by his own illusions! Cookie him out of harm's way is the attempt, but that's going to cost Circuit his life, and they find the kill! That is going to be Pagas on the dieback, and indeed Bowie. Who would have thunk, who would have thought? What the hell is this series? Infinity, the first team to take a map off Thunder Awaken, and in what a fashion!
This has to...
Split push very well with Shadow Blade, Blink Dagger. He has some ability.
It seems that's what they're gonna go for as they pick up a tied last. That's gonna be PP Pangolier.
Arrow completely. After such a rough game, though, Pagas steals the bounty. Nice yeet, however, is getting slowed down by the Gush. He's in a little bit of trouble. They do find first blood onto PP, who will be missing possibly a couple of creeps in.
If they can trample this lane, that's how Infinity can look good. The Void, you know, just jungling, not really feeling like brawling, and that might buy enough time for Tiny, and then I think that is a really good matchup overall for the Tiny.
Yeah, there's a lot of aggressive tickling lane. I mean, Sand King, Marana obviously burrow into arrow is enough to easily get a kill. There is the burrow into the arrow, leap up on top. Rise is taking a lot of damage. Can he get away? No, he cannot. Another kill coming through. And with, of course, those caustic finale hits as well, it forces...
And there is level 6 on both sides. So I would assume a fight will happen right now.
Double damage picked up by Prada. Dark Mago gets the lasso off. Arrow lands onto the wrong one, but Dark Mago stays alive in the process. Rotation coming in from Pandamu. And actually, Prada is now just gonna die.
But it's probably a replay bug, you know, happens all the time.
Okay, so yeah, for me it shows only +3, which is weird. But yeah, that's just one of those very fun Dota is still a beta game kind of situations. Though mid, Dark Mago gets rolled upon. And a quick kill comes through, which is pretty big to try and get that.
Even if they go for it.
He also has raindrops, so he's pretty survivable. BP lassoed by Dark Mago, jumping from Pakaz. BP swashbuckle to the side, trying to get the Rolling Thunder going, but will not be able to get it off. And Pamplona, he just walked into his death. Because they find 2 quick kills. To again spot Matthew, but he's got one more leap on top. PP's, oh, nice FP coming in.
No.
The Puro on top. PP is going to get arrowed, and that's a huge kill. The silence comes in return. Matthew in the back end, but all the kisses miss, and Pamplona is now going to get jumped by the rest of Thunder Awaken. He's trying to get the shotgun in, but Matthew just walks in the opposite direction. Mask of Madness Maelstrom done. I mean, this is the moment where he's got his farming tools. Mariano in mid. They're going in for the Tidehunter, which normally is a pretty tanky hero, but slowly but surely gets melted while they play the distraction. Actually, Sacred going in for PP, and Prada does keep them at bay, and Mariano does eventually die. Did not blow his wrap.
There's BKB on this Dark Mago.
Oh, Dark Mago with the lasso. Prada does have the Spirit Siphon going on, so he's actually healing nicely, but the Sacred gets a double. The kisses of death coming out though from Pamplona in return, but behind is Pakaz saying hello, goodbye. Pakaz, does he get taken down? Rises, great kill coming through. Sacred would be a huge one though. He's on a 7 kill streak at the moment, but Sacred is just...
But they really struggle to use those small little advantages. They always wait for the big items, which is often a mistake. Tiny though. Sorry, Tide does.
B going in, that is another kill onto Mariano. But Pakaz in the meantime solo kills off Prada, who uses Exorcism, which is another big wasted ulti. Lasso is not the greatest against you. He's still gonna do it. Drag you back. Because he actually used Hood of Defiance, it was a little bit more problematic. Dark Mago, the jump comes in. Nice epi burrow coming out from Sacred. They did find Dark Mago in the process though. But Sacred is playing a superb game. Pakaz with the chrono coming out. Rises Tiny is gone. And Pakaz looking for PP immediately afterwards. Swashbuckle to the side. Does have a shield crash, which will be at least able to get the kill secured onto Sacred. But Pamplona runs a different direction so that they can't catch on to...
For Infinity. But Thunder, they can't really pressure objectives. They can't really force tier 2. They can't really force Roche that well. But Tide will die.
Well, that's his 4th death.
Just bleeding too many.
He's going to go for the 30 seconds.
Okay. Let's hope they don't find a void.
Well, they're finding the Shadow Demon and the Mirana, which means they'll, I guess, kill off the Shadow Demon, which is a 6 kill streak, granted. In comes the Epi from Sacred, though, completely wasted. Burrow to the side, tries to disengage Mariano, used his first Ravage, which resulted into not much because Rolling Thunder comes up on top. That's a big Ravage, but that was the Aegis that he still had for only a couple of seconds left. Dark Mago, BKB, he's just burning them to a crisp. Oh my god! Still finds the kill regardless, but that was the greatest flame break I've seen in a long time. Knocks them both out of the chrono, but who cares? They're still going to get jumped and chased down. Mariano's second Ravage doesn't I mean, it was a great move, but the problem is you just wait 10 seconds longer and that Ravage comes out.
So that spark that we saw in game 2 where with some kills they kind of revived.
Yeah. In this situation, there's just anything really to the table. In this situation, they're going to go
That's
for
hard
Pakaz.
to say, right? Tiny, don't bring it up.
Yeah, you know that something's really wrong with your draft if Tiny can't bring the damage. Lasso comes out, drags back PP, who of course is the only one that really could do anything in the fight left because there was no Ravage available. Dark Mago just flying around with that haste rune. Mariano is going to be left last to drop, and I assume we get to see a nice...
Have good perfume though. Okay, Mariano, it's time. It's time for the Ravage.
There we
Bam!
go, that's the first one. Second one on top. They're throwing everything at the same time as they can, but they do still find the kill on because finally they find a big one. But Sacred Pops' BKB going in, Rises is dropping down just from the Sand-King. The arrow flies through, is gonna fly just off the mark. Sacred will eventually still get taken down. Double buyback actually coming out from Thunder Awaken, which is an interesting move, which I don't really think is super necessary, but still they're gonna jump in because, I mean,
Don't die back.
I'm getting a
Yeah.
little bit worried. Jump in, but he gets 3-man chrono, and now he should finish it all off. PP doesn't have the Rolling Thunder just yet. I mean, they are gonna win, but honestly, Thunder Awaken, like, they're giving them the opportunity to possibly turn it around. Gave them.
I mean, this was the first series that they lost, right? So I definitely saw a little bit of clowniness popping up here and there. If maybe this was a better team, you know, if it was Beast Coast, I'm sure there could be windows where Infinity or a better team could have